So let me read some of the others. So if you're just tuning in here, I have our brother getting ready to call in, brother Malik, attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz. So I gave him the right number this time. So he's good. He's good. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Sometimes I can't worry about aesthetics. But yeah, so hopefully we get our brother in. But let me finish this. Worldwide Pan-African Movement, National Black Power Movement, National Black Men's Movement, Stop the Destruction Coalition in D.C. of Washington, D.C., Shabazz University, Imam Akbar, D.C. Recovery Act, John Cheeks, he's going to be running for office in D.C. Don't know what ward that is, but Dr. Amy Jenkins, was this right? Roach Brown, Yango B. Copeland, he's been on with me a few times. He called in here. Jonathan Hutu, City Councilman Trayon White, I've heard about him. Okay, Brother Malik says 2 minutes. So PG chapter of NAACP, the UNIA appeal, and many more. So that's a lot of people that's going to be lining up here to speak. But let me just mention several books I have out here. Let me just, what I have Menticide, yeah. And of course, that's my book, Mission Unstoppable, Extraordinary Stories of Failure's Blessing. Several people may not understand why I put that together, but it was, strategic move. Sometimes you gotta expand your network, expand what people think, what you stand for, and who you're supposed to affiliate yourself with. But I keep my options open. I always, you have to position yourself for survival and success. And so, when you read broadly, appropriately, you find yourself in different networks. And this is what true leaders learn, from other individuals. You can learn a lot from a lot of different people if you open your mind and not be so close to these unique differences that many of us may have. So so I'm just really excited, and I had a good time actually talking to Dr. Leonard Jeffries. Many people, certainly, if you don't know Dr. J, I didn't know. So I got a book from him, and it's Dr. Wade Noble's book. He's one of the more prominent Black psychologists, in the world. And this book talked Haiti's unfinished revolution. And I've met, certainly you've met Baba Dr. Wade Nobles once, certainly at the Association of Black Psychologists Conference. Every once in a while, they've been here. I went a little bit last year. So, oh man, and I got the Prince's card. I forgot I had that in here. So, one of the brothers from Nigeria was rolling with Dr. Dr. Jeffries at the Congressional Black Caucus, where he went into the African Brain Trust Forum. So what else I have? I was browsing, getting ready for this show. I was reading through this book, as you all see there, Menticide. Awesome book, great book. I've worked with this brother over the years, and Wally Rudy over the years, read most of his books, and had him there to the Baltimore area several times. So, that's what I do. I introduce unique people to markets when other people may not necessarily know who they are, because that's what happens when you read the right books and show up at the right places. So without further ado, I have my brother on the line, and let me just give a proper introduction. He is one of our most intellectually sound, I'll just describe him as that, well-studied, mature veterans of the movement. He's been on the front line for years, and he's been consistent, fair, and upright, and bringing a clear voice and sound mind and sound reasoning to our movement. Certainly, he should need no introductions, but he's been organizing in the DC area and all over the country and all throughout the world for issues for Black people. He has been a staunch, conscious Black man. If we can't call ourselves anything today, forget about all the differences. Let's just say we're going to be Black men. All right. So the founder of the Black Lawyers for Justice, as well as previous chairman of emeritus of the New Black Panther Party. And he is using his law degree that he got from Howard University to battle in the court of law for Black liberation and empowerment. So I want to introduce a good brother, my friend, who I've known for years. I've stood by him when others have attempted to discredit his work, but he has been on the front line with one of the strongest, most fearless leaders on a Black planet. And now I'm speaking of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, but attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz. Welcome, brother. All right, Black Power to you, brother. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I was here, you know, just man, let me get that mic. It's good. I hear it good. All right. Yeah, so man, you're doing some phenomenal work, continuing to stand on the front line, you know, on the front line, brother, as always, right?
Yes, I want to thank you for your introduction. I want to thank you. I appreciate you, your work as well, Brother Hakeem, and your evolution in maturity and growth and struggle, and your sound analysis and presence in the struggle. I want to thank you for being a strong Black man and for being a real brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you for that as we open up. Thank you so much.
All right, Ashe, brother, Ashe. Well, we got a few things to talk about, my brother. You know, you're putting some work in, but let's lead off with the Book of Khalid. You know, that you are working on. I know you have other tasks at hand, but I know that this is a labor of love. And as I heard you being interviewed on several stations, but certainly on Carl's Nelson show, you expressed how, you know, emotionally just doing this book was for you. The Book of Khalid, for those who may not know. Just open with that, Bob. How's it going?
Yes, I am. This is the work on the Book of Khalid, which is the first book coming out, albeit more than an album, is features his ideology and the actual facts that back up what our great warrior was saying. I'm continuing to work on it. I would say we are about 70% finished with it, and we have not set a release date again. It was calculated to have around once a time, certainly before Black History was 100%. But what happened was I had to have a pause in this project to take another look at how important the project is and how much detail was put on in the writing of this history, really mainly between the years of the 1980s, the 1990s, and the 2000s, how important this history is. As the footnotes, they are the references for what he's saying as the book progresses with his speeches throughout his career. And so it's a labor of love, and it's something that I cannot and should not rush. I consider it, to be honest, one of the strongest books out for many reasons. One reason is because the history of our era has not really been written. We grew up in an era, Brother Hakeem, we read about it.
Right.
Nobody has really written heavily enough from a Black national, Black liberation perspective. These histories that you and I have witnessed in the late 80s, the mid 80s,
good
late
point.
80s, 90s, 2000s.
Yes.
So I want to say this is still going strong. I'm first to apologize to everybody for the delay.
Yeah, no problem.
The delay has been for good reason.
Yes, sir.
For such an important 900-page book of Khalid coming soon. And we continue also due to the necessity of the time to fight on several fronts with all that is going on here in the hills of Roosevelt.
All right, yeah. So let's talk. Let's open talking about that fighting. I know that you are going to be in Charlottesville coming up this week, correct?
Yes, I'm going to be in Charlotte, where I am at Mount Zion, working African Baptist Church. Mount Zion, working African Baptist Church. On this Wednesday night, September 27th.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be there with the victims.
Mm.
August the 12th.
Mm.
August the 12th, 17, Charlottesville is where terrible white supremacist mass rally took place. That same rally that President Trump stated that there were 90 people in that rally.
Mm.
That same rally where white supremacists ran over and killed a white woman and ran over other blacks, breaking their legs, really injuring black people, as well as white supremacists beat many black people on that day. Although brothers and sisters fought back strong and self-defense, still white racist supremacist Nazis right here in the United States, states of America, these black people in the street there in Charlotte. Some of them have been arrested on criminal charges, and others are still going free. And so, on behalf of Black Warriors for Justice, we're looking for the neo-Nazis. We're looking for the crime, and we're looking for either the ones that have been arrested and they've been arrested on criminal charges. We want to file civil suits against them on behalf of the victims.
Yes, sir.
We don't care whether they got deep pocket insurance or not. Probably don't have no insurance.
Mm-hmm.
We don't care if the devil is almost broke or don't have nothing.
Mm.
We want to put judgment on
Mm-hmm.
garnishment on an tackle and a rap the devil for the rest of his life.
Yes, sir.
On a civil and a litigation. Others of them have not even been brought to justice. We have their photographs. We have photographs that they have not been brought to justice.
Wow.
So members of the community are interested in apprehending, turning them over to the authorities or identifying. Black Warriors Justice, we don't have no association with the authorities. However, we're interested again with individual Nazis for crimes against our crimes and torture against our people. We're looking at doing white nationalist organizations. Every group that was a part of the conquering this valley, those that these acts against our people.
Yes, sir.
The city of Charlottesville, we are investigating. We will announce Wednesday about a special investigation to determine whether or not the city of Charlottesville was deliberately indifferent, meaning they knew the threat that was coming and they consciously were aware of it and they did nothing to stop these out of control Nazis from overrunning their alleged police protection, harming citizens in that town. So that's the scope of our work, the scope of our investigation from a legal level. And that's the Wednesday night rally and the Thursday morning news conference. Right at that statue that the white supremacists going up, where our news conference will be Thursday the 28th, the Robert E. Lee statue will be right there. Now that's on a legal level. Now on a political level, I have been also invited there by the movement for Black Power. And the movement for Black Power is a coalition of groups from around the tri-state area. Some of them from Hampton Roads and Richmond, some from Midtown, some from Washington, D.C., who have been investigating this thing. Dr. Amy Jenkins and others. Okay, and now, so the mission is not only litigation, but it's also organization. And there's also a mandate for the beginning of self-defense classes and training and collaboration on self-defense around the state, as well as for self-defense around the state, a month, and also the organizing in that town. The organizing for what? In that town and other Virginia towns. Organizing for Black Power, what we call it self-determination and political power. So it's a three-pronged attack. I'm just playing my role, so we have to see how people hurt speak like that. I can't ethically let it happen in my backyard.
Indeed, indeed. Well, it sounds like a very well thought out strategy, brother. To your knowledge, has anyone, really done anything like that? Try to, take take it up to another level of legality. To your knowledge.
So sad to say, no.
Wow.
So sad to say that since this incident, which is a serious civil rights or human rights and civil rights attack on our people,
Yes, sir.
There have been little official national attention from national civil rights organizations.
Wow.
There's been no organization. And what we're doing, but the practice of what we're doing has a precedent. It has been white groups, such as the Southern Poverty Law Center, that have gone out and sued black groups. And they've also sued the Klan.
Right. Yes.
They've also sued us, people like me and you. Also.
Right.
I'm talking about people like Mark Potoff, Southern Poverty Law Center, and others.
Right.
White people have groups that defend their human rights or whatever interest they have, and they have been suing. What is the role of the black attorney, my dear brother?
Yes, sir.
Well, my good friend is the leadership of the National Bar Association, the Black Lawyers. Where is the collection and groups of black lawyers that fight these causes? Why does it always have to be the ACLU? Unfortunately, the ACLU will defend the protesters, but the ACLU also fought for the Nazis, like the bar. Right. So we have black lawyers for justice, just solely and only for black people.
Right.
And we are now growing and developing.
Yes, sir.
And we're just pressing the attack. We're trying to, as small as we are pressing the attack with our dozens of attorneys.
Yeah.
Most aggressive and unprecedented areas of litigation in accordance with the needs of the time. Right.
Well, just to let everybody know, Black Lawyers for Justice. Definitely. Let me see if the website is on here, but yes.
BLFjustice.org. BLF, like Black Lawyers for Justice.org.
Right.
And we are conducting litigation and organization action in Charlottesville, Virginia, as a response to the August 12, 17 white nationalist riot that took place. And black people are welcoming us there because they want justice, they want to organize. So here we are.
Yes, sir. Indeed. Well, definitely. In terms of, understanding the law aspect, in terms of also understanding we need to build a grassroots movement, what has been your strategy? And I know we have the October the 5th event coming up. I mentioned it briefly, but building a grassroots movement. Recently, there was the Congressional Black Caucus going on this weekend. I mean, there may be, a couple good workshops, but, I'm just like, well, where's the true power? I'm just wondering, did anything come out of that? And how do we move people to real action?
That's a very good question and a very good observation. I made the same observation. Congressional Black Caucus is a decent convention. You have black people from all walks of life, from all over America, sometimes from around the world.
Yes, right.
But there's still black feel and a feel for authentic grassroots organizing. For example, like we passing our flyers, pushing out programs, and we almost the only one.
Yeah, I saw that. I noticed that. Right. Yeah.
The brothers and sisters will take the flyers.
Right.
They won't be real bushy.
Right.
So let's be honest, kind of bushy.
Yeah, right.
Everybody is dressed to the nines. They dress down and they look good.
Right.
And that black coffee. We are a good looking people.
It's
So I look at it more from an organized opportunity.
Right.
I think that the substance of it and who's on the panel,
Yeah.
and how they set it up is highly politicized.
Yes, sir. I agree.
If you're not in civil rights crew,
Right.
I don't love you like that. Unless you accept it,
Wow.
like the college called the charter call, not a hot civil rights. You have to be a toned down like that. Put it like that. You have to be a toned down.
Right.
Nationally, get a seat in there.
Yes,
So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go in, great place to meet people.
Right, right.
Great place to network.
Yes, sir.
You know, maybe they'll do better in the future with a more balanced program.
Mm-hmm.
It could be used for stronger purpose. I have to be honest with you. I expect more out of the Congressional Black Caucus at the time when the President of the United States of America is calling black players sons of bitches.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right.
Congressional Black Caucus.
Right.
I expect him to be entering resolution on the floor, condemning Donald Trump.
Right. Yes, sir.
Resolution condemning his language, condemning his racism. I expect to see that. I don't expect to hear silence from him in this house. So yes, they are still behind and missing in action. And I have to be honest. But we expect some of them. You have to say that the judgment is still out.
Yeah.
On whether it's the Congressional Black Caucus or the Congressional Black Caucus.
Yes, sir. I agree. I agree. And yeah, and so in terms of certain strategies and tactics, you know, building a grassroots movement, I will make a case that you are the most sophisticated organizers of our time. Whether anyone would like to acknowledge any of that, I'll just say you have a good total grasp and a pulse of the people, and not just sitting around waiting for a pie in the sky. Right? Yeah. But yeah.
I'm coming on the building of the movement.
Yes, sir.
My experience is very experience and the teachers that we've had in the era. We have had, of course, we were at Howard University in the late 1980s. We heard from the Honorable Kwame Ture. The Lewis Farrakhan, we heard from Dr. Khalid Muhammad, and we heard many others. Are we okay?
Yeah, we okay. We okay. We got you.
We were in the 1960s when the racial climate as it was, and everybody was mobilized, moving everywhere, much easier to find. We're in a different kind of environment today. And so, whatever success that I've been blessed to have in this era, I'm thankful. But we heard and we learned the lessons from our elders into this position, give us the mindset. We're all about and building and uniting. That's what really
The nation, right?
To build that we have to is being sophisticated enough to know and to recognize other people's teachings and beliefs, and to recognize and respect it, to be able to find a common bond to work together on whatever project we're working on.
Yes, sir.
It's a less divisive approach, and it's a more of an inclusive approach. Dr. Khalid Muhammad gives us universal knowledge. He teaches us the best parts of being black and being Christian. He teaches us the best parts of being black and being Muslim. Take it to the root of it all, and appeal to the person that believes in ancient Kemet and Kush and so forth, or African spiritual beliefs. Or we can relate to the socialists, or we can relate to the communists, or the straight black nationalists, or the Pan-Africanists, or the Black Panther type person, or the Nation of Islam type person. We grew up being taught on the value of all those that make up our struggle, and path that anybody would tell you. When I was the chairman of the New Black Panther Party,
Yes, sir.
I was constantly pushing and even frustrated in the mission to broaden the mission so we could do what? Build a united front amongst our people. Still to this very day, it's very mission. As we talk about October 5th coming up, the announcement of the 10,000 Black Men March, the National Black Men Coalition.
Yes, sir.
Talking about building a coalition, building a united front.
Right.
We had Dr. Cornell West here last time. We'll be back October 5th. Well, why are we hanging out with Dr. Cornell West? Dr. Cornell West, they in this position on one or two issues is different than yours, Mr. Shabazz. Different than yours, Mr. Shakur. Why are you all hanging out with Dr. Cornell West? You understand the science, the principle, the value of building a united front. So that's the constant approach wherever we go. And, you know, whatever success we have, stay thankful for it. We have to stay consistent because the people need somebody. Brother, it's not the thing.
Yes, sir.
We ain't got the people out here that's willing to either get out here in these streets, get in these courtrooms, or fight these battles. Brothers like yourself, myself, and others that are really out here doing this work are few and far between.
Right.
So we appreciate whatever progress we have been able to make.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And let me shout out a few people. Brother Frank Shaw up in New York, Brother Torin, Sister Lois, all of them are tuning in. Brother Hakeem, Brother David Anderson, David Austin, William Murray, Linda. All right, so I just wanted to shout out those few people. I know Brother Frank is a good brother, comrade of yours as well. But talk about your Jamaica trip. You know, we many of us, we start to look at things from a local perspective or regional perspective, you know, but, you know, African people, Black people are all over the planet. And, you know, we can't just think and position ourselves and stay as a minority, so-called minority here in North America. So share with the listening audience, you know, how that trip went and what did you gain from that and what's your position?
Sure. I want to just reiterate that on October the 5th.
Right, yes, sir.
Thurgood Marshall.
Okay. Oh, Thurgood Marshall.
I want to get the date right. On October the 5th, we are going to pull up the address.
I got the flyer here. I got it here. 12th Street, Northwest, right.
Everybody knows the Thurgood Marshall Center at 6 o'clock on Thursday, October 5th.
Okay.
Myself, Dr. Cornell West, Brother Hakeem Shakur, all of 30 or 40 other Black organizations, the leaders have been invited out as kick off the National Black Men Convention and the 10,000 Black Men March, which will now be put at April 19th through the 22nd, 2018, with the big day being on April 21st. And so that we have enough time to 6, almost 7 months, seriously again, organize a coalition, a united front of brothers, Black men. Then we opened up with just groups that just want to be able to freely stand up and advocate Black men being men and being free and building a united front of strong Black men. That's what we started on October 5th in Washington, D.C. Now back to Jamaica. I was invited to Jamaica on August 20th for the celebration of the Honorable Marcus Black anniversary celebration. And there I was invited by Irene, Sister Kabu, by Sister Oli, and others there, and Irene, this was broadcast all over the nation of Jamaica on IRSM, on video. There who also were there was one of the leading and earliest founders of the slogan, Black Power and Great Men of Struggle, Mukasa Rick. Also Dr. Julius Garvey, Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Yes, sir.
And others here, Brother Michael Duncan from the UNIA. I was blessed to be the keynote there.
Yes, sir.
And I was asked to be the keynote due to, I guess, my resume.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Indeed.
Which includes in 2013 and 2016 traveling to South Africa.
Right, right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right,
right.
Traveling to Zimbabwe on an international mission. And what has come out of that is we have laid the germ and the base for a worldwide Pan-African movement.
Right.
And so I'm in Jamaica as on Pan-African. I'm in Jamaica, not just to speak, but I'm in Jamaica to organize. So I was blessed by God to be strong in Jamaica.
Yes, sir.
I think it's so strong that I can still wait till the tape to come out. But for some reason, the tape still hasn't come out. Boy, we laid in the truck's backside.
Yes, sir.
On foreign soil. So they said you're not supposed to criticize the president on foreign soil. So it's behind us.
Yes, sir.
And they love it because they hate Donald Trump all over the world, brother.
Wow.
Hatred for him is high. At any rate, we spoke strongly, and again, there we speak in the who? Jamaican, we speak in the Rasta, we speak in the Pan-Africanists, and we speak in the Black with a different perspective on the struggle. And so being well trained in their language and in that approach, we were blessed to do very well in Jamaica. I've had now hundreds of phone calls from Jamaica since I left.
Wow.
All of those that have been contacted me in our WhatsApp and whatnot, we will say that, now we're organized and strong in Jamaica. I did a broadcast last week. All of this can be found on www.panafricanmovement.org. Everything I'm saying can be found on www.panafricanmovement.org, which means worldwide Pan-African-movement.org. Also, for the Pan-African movement international site and the origin of South Africa is www.pam.org. www.pam.org. So I'm saying we were blessed there, blessed to be following up there, blessed to be going back. I go back at the end of November to Jamaica and then get the Jamaicans over to Colombia and maybe a couple of other Central American countries. Because I'm charged by the worldwide Pan-African movement to help raise up the Western Hemisphere and to do what? Build a united front, a Pan-African, a strong organization that brothers in the Western Hemisphere. And this worldwide Pan-African movement is something that a lot of people haven't heard about, but it's for real. Their brothers and sisters from the Pan-Africanist Congress of Tanzania who has the orange stuff, the All African People's Revolutionary Party over there in Africa who has the origin of it. And from at least 33 countries right now, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Ghana, of course, throughout the states of the United States of America, it's growing, but it's growing in that substantive and deliberative way. And I, as one of the ambassadors and spreading the effort, brother, it's the same work, but on a higher level. We have been building a united front of what? Black people around the world. We're not just an American people. We have friends around the world. We have resources around the world. We have power around the world. And our power does not lie in just saying we are 15% minority under Donald Trump. That is not where our power lies.
Yes, sir.
Our power lies in understanding that we are a worldwide 1 billion strong majority. And that if we coordinate our actions beyond national borders, beyond colonial borders, that we are a hell of a powerful people, the richest, most influential people on the planet. So, we'll talk about it further, but everybody on the sound of my voice, so organized, here, you are invited into the worldwide Pan-African movement as well. I'm hoping to coordinate, talk further about this with you and Dr. West and others, so we can build on a higher Pan-African level.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, brother. Good. Yeah. So, in terms of legal work and grassroots organizing, I believe it was in the New Black Panther paper where I read the role of political prisoners. In terms of building a movement, what would be a best strategy to continue to, because understanding we have limited resources in terms of our times, and you've explained, the process in terms of, going, how you strategically take a case, but, our political prisoners, we certainly should not forget them. And as I was reading that many different movements, they got their political prisoners released at a particular time before they started doing more work. So can you just speak to that, brother?
It's very important issue to raise traditional political prisoners, and today even we have some political prisoners in the New Black Panther Party movement. Brother King Severe Shabazz was a current political prisoner. You could say he's locked up in New Jersey. He's not locked up for civil reasons. He's locked up for political and, as they say, criminal reasons, but it's mixed. He's being targeted because of who he is.
Right.
Brother Sharif Ahmed Motez is in New Jersey and heavily mentioned in his case always the fact that he's a Black Panther and he's a threat. And we know that the investigation that he traveled with to South Africa and came under high degrees of intense observation since then, and due to his own work, his own right in Newark, New Jersey. Many of our political prisoners come from the Black Liberation Army, soldiers that went to war for us and fought in the BLA and were either captured by the enemy. And we say that all of them should be exonerated due to the fact that we were a state of war and still are in a state of war, and that the counterintelligence program helped entrap many of them. And overall, the state of war against our people justified that our freedom fighters and our liberators be exonerated and be free despite whatever the charges are. Even though many of the charges are trumped up, whatever the charges, even if it's found that they did do something or one, still exonerated or liberated. And also, as you say, other nations have freed their political prisoners, and there is also still an open mandate on the table to free our political prisoners the way we freed Assata Shakur. Outside of constant petitioning the Supreme Court, the federal court, please, something, let them go. All the legal work is straight to the court. So I support, my dear brother, the release of all political prisoners. I support it, and I will do it all I can to help. I tell people, Dr. Malachi York, say he's not a political prisoner, but I say still, despite the charges and even the convictions, I still say he is in jail for political reasons. Because they wanted to stop the organizing of Dr. Malachi York. I put in time with him. I put in time with many of the original Panthers who campaigned for political prisoners. Overall, my posture is I'm willing to help if those that are in those political prisoner movements, if they want to help.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I'm willing to help if they want me to help.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Because you get into this other scenario with that flight to a board, which is original Black Panther, new Black Panther, and the sides get split up.
Right.
You start putting up sides, you start creating barriers to the work. The bottom line too is we respect them, we love them, and anytime that they want us to help, we're willing to help. If they want us to help. You know, and we have helped and we're helpful.
Absolutely. And you mentioned something about the counterintelligence program. There are 2 books that are out here. I believe one is the FBI War on Black America, as well as Agents of Repression. And, and that's where I want to, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of different things, and I pay attention. And some people's behavior out here, we don't know where it's coming from, whether it's ego or whether individuals are acting to get people to do certain things. And this is where I say, in terms of our character, And this is what I know about you, in terms of our community and, the vices that we have. There was a conversation recently about various types of substances. Should, alcohol or, smoking weed be acceptable in the movement? And I quoted Dr. Khaled. I said, if smoking weed would have freed us by now, we would be certainly the most freest people on the planet. Yes, sir. So, just kind of, speak to that, the wake up, clean up, stand up philosophy that you were taught, and, how you live your life, and even the health aspect, what you've been encouraging us to deal with.
All right. Okay. A couple points you raised there.
Thank you. Yes. Right. Right.
I want to say that my brother's supposed to go on, I am going to go on Black Power Radio in about 15 or 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
I'm going to go over there because I'm supposed to do I actually double booked a little bit.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. Nice. Yes, my brother.
I'm going to do a health show with him, and with an emphasis on exercise and healthy living and preventive maintenance for Black males.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to speak to that in a moment because with many of we're losing too many of our greats due to I guess situations really as Black men that really could be prevented. Such basic things that are not even considered revolutionary, such as preventive checkups, regular checkups, exercise, diet, and things like that. Something we don't talk that often about in the movement.
Right.
Most revolutionaries and most people in the Black conscious movement, seriously, many of them will not go see a doctor. I mean, I've said a lot of brothers said, brother, when the last time you had a physical, when the last time you had a checkup? Like 9 years ago, 10 years ago. Many brothers out here know the health insurance and all that. Only if it's an extreme emergency will they be found in the emergency room.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so what is happening is, just on a basic level, there's not a lot of good preventive health. There's not a lot of preventing chronic or catastrophic illnesses that are coming upon our revolutionaries due to just either not believing in it, thinking that the white man's doctor, white man will do something to them, or even the Black man who the doctor's going to do something to them. Bottom line is the Black male is not the doctor is not the church. There's not enough emphasis on exercise. We talk about not eating a lot. We talk about not eating a lot. Don't eat beef. Don't eat this. Don't eat that. Then when we say don't eat meat, understand that argument. But then they say this cold food has the estrogen in it.
Right.
You can't eat all of these veggie burgers unless you're going to get an extra dose of estrogen. It's all messed up.
Right.
And so, still got, even outside of diet, you got dietary questions. Bottom line is exercise is not being followed up. Exercise is not being contradicted. There's not enough straight up physical exercise that is either taking place in the movement or amongst our people in general. Not enough running, not enough all kind of stuff, what they call intense cardiovascular exercise. So that's some of the things that I need to do more.
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
these days.
Right.
Just lifting weights, running, and trying to be in best top shape. Because I found through studying through practice, it relieves stress. It leaves you in a better health condition to be able to fight the struggle.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
it
sir.
is a heavy tie between your body and your mind, what they call the physiology of it.
Right.
We have to stay in top shape. We have to take care of ourselves. I don't really, as a person who does or does not smoke marijuana, I don't really necessarily get into that because says I can't go into Jamaica. I can't do like Dr. Wesley Muhammad. Go into Jamaica amongst all these rocks and start going in on the rocks.
Right. Yes, sir. Right. Right. Yes, sir.
I let others deal with certain things because I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do with United Front.
Yes, sir.
It is important that we're functioning. What is important
yes,
is
sir.
that we're healthy. What is important is that we can do our job.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I have seen, brother, to be honest, I've seen some stone cold nation of Islam down to the bone.
Yeah.
They don't do this.
Right.
They don't do that. They don't smoke. They
Right.
don't drink. They don't have sex. They don't do this. They don't do that. And they don't do a damn thing.
Right. Yes, sir.
They don't do anything. Never are so much the spirit.
Right.
You know?
Yes, sir.
So,
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exercise, preventive health, and exercise being strong and gentle. I do
Right.
stuff that some people would think would be a little bit weird, like yoga,
Right.
things like that, because the black man is not going to be up in yoga class.
Right.
But
Yes, sir.
That on occasion I have to go to a yoga class.
Right. Yes,
And
sir.
even in the yoga class, I might be the only black male in
Right.
but I'm not going to miss out on the benefit of that.
Yes, sir. Sure. Right. Right. Yes, sir.
Back
Yes,
to
sir.
the matter that the white man is studying the Eastern science of the original people.
Mm-hmm.
And he's up in here extending his life.
Yes, sir. Yes,
He's
sir.
going further in his life. And
Right.
they are studying the physical and the eating sciences of original people.
Yes.
But
Yes.
we're going in the other direction. They are all up in their own stuff.
Right. Right. Indeed. All right. All right. Well, brother, so I appreciate this opportunity. So again, October the 5th at the Thurgood Marshall Center, in DC. Everybody know where Thurgood Marshall Center is. But if you have any contact information, Baba, if anybody would like to reach out to you, they need a good, strong attorney for and all of your practices that you do with your firm.
Thank you so much. If you all want to reach me, my areas of practice is wrongful death. I do police abuse cases. I do wrongful death cases. In the Maryland and the DC area, I do all types of personal injury, accidents, all of that. I take care of it and get you your money fast. Around the country, I do wrongful death. I do police cases. And we are, and I am, of course, around the nation. And we do appeals. We'll handle your civil appeals. 301-513-5445. My number in my office is 301-513-5445. Just make it an appointment. My email is attorney, ATTORNEY, attorney.shabazz@yahoo.com. And the website is blmjustice.org. Again, on October 5th at the Charlottsville Marshall Center on 1816 12th Street, Northwest DC. Myself, Malik Zulu Shabazz, Dr. Cornell West, Brother Hakeem Shakur Amin, and many others, 300 gangsters from Baltimore supposed to be out. Pastor Ted Sutton from Baltimore. Imam Akbar from the Black Panther Party. Dr. Amy Deacon. Other sisters will be there. But we will all be standing up for the 10,000 Black Men March, National Black Men Convention. So that's where we are right now. We get into Charlottsville
this week.
Get into these neo-Nazis.
Yes, sir.
To push back into ACAT.
Right.
Against what they've been doing, and that is our current status report. We're working on the book of college.
Yes, sir.
We expect to give you further updates moving to October and November, but we're moving along steadily and strong. And this is where we are and what we're doing to help our people.
All right, brother. Thank you, soldier.
Sir, man, respect to you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Look forward to seeing you soon.
Sounds good. All right. All right, brothers and sisters. Thank you all for tuning in. That was our brother, my brother, comrade, leader, teacher, brother, attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz. He's certainly on the front line, been on the front line, gonna stay on the front line, upright brother who's been doing phenomenal work on your behalf. So if you need a good attorney, a confident and courageous attorney that won't sell you out, he is your man and your brother. So definitely stay tuned in. We'll be back next week. I'll be in Baltimore this week. There's a Work Baltimore initiative, so I'm gonna, try to get some young brothers and sisters some jobs. So that's a good thing we got going on. And then coming this Saturday at the Reginald F. Lewis Museum, there's a wealth diversity discussion. I won't be speaking there, but I'll be there. I'll have a table there. So, just have a good discussion. We have to get the pieces to the puzzle. You feel me? We got to know who different people are within our community, who's doing what, who has what unique knowledge. So, all right. So that's what it's about, building. We must continue to build and go to the next level. So till next week, I'm out. Peace. Thanks, brother. Sorry about that. Went a little long on my bad, brother.